Pollyanna is about a little girl. She's probably about 10 or 12 years old, and she has lost her mother and her father, and the town that she assumes to live in, she goes to live with her aunt, and the town that she goes to is kind of not like depressed, but kind of a sadder kind of town. And once she goes there, her big thing is being glad, and as soon as she goes there, she lets the town know who she is and what kind of person she is, and she's a very outgoing person, and she just makes this whole town glad with her, and they begin to play the game as well.
This is where I get off. I'm going to live with my Aunt Polly. I've never met my Aunt Polly, but that's what makes me so glad. It'll be such a surprise to meet her, and I know she'll be very glad to meet me too. She doesn't have any children of her own, and now I haven't gotten any parents. So that makes us both orphans in a way, don't you think? My father said she has a very lovely house with lots of rooms. That's what heaven's like, lots of big houses with lots of rooms. That's where my father is, and my mother too. They're both heavenly angels now.
I have a very small house myself.
Well, that's something to be glad for.
A small house?
Well, sure. A small house is ever so much easier to keep clean. Father and I lived in a small house, and there was nothing to it when it came to cleaning it up. Father always read me stories.
Huh.
Did your father read you stories too?
My father never read me a story in his life. I don't think he even knew how to read.
Well, then you have a great deal to be glad about.
Be glad? That my old man couldn't read?
Well, sure. There must be hundreds of stories you've never even heard before. Like Jonah and the whale, or Daniel and the lions, or maybe even about Noah and his big old ark. That should make anyone glad.
What do you know about anything anyways? You're just a kid.
What do you know about anything anyways? You're just an old grump.
Hasten, the old grump.
The show is on the 17th, 18th, and 19th, which is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they are all at 7 p.m.